you need to take time to research on some of these notable pre-colonial African empires. So we have the Kingdom of Aksum, which was from 100 to 960 AD, and this covered the whole expanse from Ethiopia, Eritrea, Djibouti, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Somalia, South Sudan, and Yemen. Then we also have the Mali Empire. The Mali Empire is very popular because of one of its rulers, Mansa Musa. It is reported that Mansa Musa is reportedly, historians claim that he is actually is not the wealthiest, the richest man to have ever lived, Mansa Musa, who was at some point the ruler of the Mali Empire. It is reported that on one of his pilgrimages, as he was going through Egypt, Mansa Musa and his entourage will be just giving out gold bars to the citizens of Egypt. And for 7 years, Egypt's economy suffered because of Mansa Musa having passed through Egypt. Then we have the Songhai Empire, which was from 1000 to 1591 AD. And this covered Benin, Burkina Faso, Guinea-Bissau, Mali itself, Mauritania, Niger, Nigeria, Senegal, and the Gambia. Then we also have the Rosary Empire, which was from the 1220 to 1450 AD. And this covered Botswana, Zimbabwe, and Mozambique. Then the Mutapa Empire, which also covered Lesotho, Mozambique, South Africa. These are just a few of some of the notable pre-colonial African empires. Now, these empires were renowned global powers. They traded as partners, even with the European counterparts. So these are some of the key characteristics of pre-colonial African religion. Number one, reality and destiny was deeply rooted in the spiritual. Like I've said, everyday life was intertwined with their religion. Then spirit beings, there were non-human spirit beings and spirits of dead relatives, the ancestors. And also, you find that pre-colonial African religion was characterized by polytheism, which is a belief in a plurality of gods, as seen by the many divinities below the supreme being, below the supreme God. And this proved to be quite instrumental when Christianity and Islam were then introduced into Africa. Then you find that the supreme being was regarded as impersonal. So you find that in pre-colonial African traditional religion, the people understood or perceived that they could not have a personal relationship with the supreme being. If anything, the supreme being could only be interacted with through that hierarchy of spirits, through the ancestors, through the divinities and the deities. So the supreme being was regarded as an impersonal supreme being. Then there was also this oneness with the environment. Like we say that all of life emanated from the spirituality of the African people. So there was this oneness with the environment. And you find that there was sacredness that was attributed to different inanimate objects, mountains, rocks, trees, and even living objects or living animals like the cattle when we talk of the bull of the family. So there was this understanding that non-human spirits could also abode in animate objects. So you find that there was this very strong relationship with one's environment. You could not destroy the environment as we are seeing people doing today, because the environment was seen as an extension of the people themselves, as all of them were seen as one global family united by the spiritual aspect of their religion. Then there was also a very strong sense of the sanctity of life. There was high regard for the value of human life. Then integrity and honesty were also values that were greatly upheld, and not to mention the Ubuntu philosophy. So you find that when we talk of the Ubuntu philosophy, we are really talking or making reference to pre-colonial African religion. As you see, as we continue with our conversation, this is different from colonial African religion and also post-colonial African religion. The Ubuntu philosophy is more deeply rooted in pre-colonial African religion. So what then changed? What then changed? Like we said, pre-colonial Africa, they were powerful regional empires. Wealth and affluence, as mineral wealth, benefited the entirety of the communities, and they traded as equal partners. And development in Africa was at par with its Western counterparts.